Please support me on the way to reaching 1,000 subscribers. I honestly never thought I'd be the kind of guy who would open up like this. But when the person you trust more than anyone turns your dignity into a public punchline, something inside you changes. Her name was Leah. We met through mutual friends a little over 2 years ago. She was fearless, captivating, always the loudest voice in the room, and somehow that intensity drew me in. She moved through life like every space belonged to her, while I was the calm weight that grounded her chaos. I've never been the flashy type. I don't boast. I don't flex. I work hard, stay in my lane, and keep my private life private. Leah, though, was the complete opposite. She fixated on appearances, how people dressed, who gained weight, who lost it, who looked better or worse. At first, it sounded like harmless gossip. Over time, it became obvious that it was how she fueled her sense of superiority. One weekend, her friend Mia hosted a small get-together. There was wine, low music, and the same crowd Leah had known since college. We sat in a circle playing a grown-up version of Truth or Dare. Then Mia asked, "What's one thing you'd change about your partner?" Leah didn't hesitate. She grinned, took a sip of wine, and said, "Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if he showed up with more to offer. Better equipped, if you know what I mean." Then she laughed like she'd just crushed a comedy set. I froze. The room reacted with an awkward mix of nervous laughter and stunned silence. Some people looked uncomfortable, others shocked. I tried to act like it didn't affect me, but then she added, "I mean, he tries, but it's like going into a war with a butter knife." That sentence stayed with me for weeks. I didn't explode or walk out that night. I forced a laugh and pretended I was fine. But inside, something cracked. It wasn't just the joke. It was realizing I was being reduced to entertainment. After that night, I started pulling back. I stopped texting first. I stopped planning dates. I got quiet. She kept asking why I was acting strange, brushing it off as just a joke, and telling me not to be so sensitive. But I wasn't withdrawing from her. I was rebuilding myself. I started going back to the gym, not to change for her, but to reconnect with my own strength and confidence. I accepted a job offer on the other side of the country and kept it to myself. I reconnected with old friends, started therapy, and for the first time in years, I felt like myself again. Then came the moment she never saw coming. A few weeks later, another friend hosted a birthday dinner. I showed up alone, clean, composed, grounded. Leah was already there, surrounded by the same people who'd heard her jokes. She tried to act like she didn't notice me, but everyone felt the shift. Someone asked how things were going, and I calmly said, "I took a new job in Seattle. I move next week." No bragging, no emotion, just the truth. Her face fell instantly. "You're moving? And you didn't even tell me?" she asked, stunned. I smiled and said, "I figured you were too busy turning me into a joke to have a real conversation." The room went silent. Heavy, undeniable silence. I stood up, met her eyes with a calm she couldn't laugh off, and walked out. No yelling, no insults, just peace. That was the closure she never expected. She called me that night, texted, left a voice message crying. I didn't respond, not out of anger, but because she no longer had access to me. When someone turns your self-worth into a spectacle, you don't give them another opportunity. Now I'm living in a new city, surrounded by people who respect me for who I am, not what they can mock. Leah's still back there, probably talking loud to hide how hollow she feels. And that's the real irony. She tried to feel powerful by putting me down, but when I walked away, she realized I was the only one who truly valued her. Now she's the one alone, and she chose that. Please help support me on my journey to reaching 1,000 subscribers.